Okay, this one, file, open, and I'm going to go and locate desktop. I'm looking for my illustration here. Okay. Blank layer, I'm going to delete that. Okay, so layer 2, I'm going to click on this and name it AVG, American Volunteer Group. It's an amazing historical story if you guys don't know it. American volunteers that flew incognito for the Chinese Air Force before World War II started for the United States. American pilots went over there and flew as mercenaries. Okay, cropping the image. So if you notice, I go here and I can pull this in a little bit because I don't want to have the white edges. And you can see here that there was a white edge. So I need to come up just a little bit and control spacebar to zoom in. And I can drag this out. Drag this in a bit. Snapping is on, and I don't like that. So I'm going to go and override that, and I can just do this to get more precision with my selection on the crop. Go in, and this is indicating the rule of thirds, which is the sweet spots in photography, these intersections. So this is a good thing. I'm going to go and double click on this, and now it's cropped. Control or Command 0. And what I want to do with this particular image is I want to do a dot screen on it. And so what's going to happen with this is I'm going to end up making this into a grayscale image, transitioning. I'm going to get rid of all the color information. Then I'd like to go in here and I'd like to work with the values a little bit, maybe push a little bit more of the darker edge. So I'm going to go to level adjustments. So image adjustments, levels. And this is a no-no. I should have kept an original, but I do have the original on my desktop. And that's in full color, and it would have been converted to grayscale in this instance anyway. So here is, this represents black. So you can shade or you can tint, adding white to a color or a value. You can increase the value there. You can decrease the value here. And I got the middle value right here. And so I tend to do things dark. That's my preference. My wife is constantly helping me with that. She's a former art director, and she still kind of art directs me a lot, telling me what's going on. So I'm going to sit here and hit OK to this. And at this point, I'm going to go from image grayscale to bitmap. Yes, I don't have any layers to flatten, but I will say OK to that. So this is a 72 resolution. Let me check on this one more time. Image size. It is set to roughly 11 by 14 at 72 ppi. So that's sufficient for this exercise. This would be an online situation. If it were for print, 300 would be the name of the game, and you can't go and make small, limited information illustrations or images. You can't go and make them larger. You can't add information that doesn't exist. So if I just type in the number 300, it's not going to give you any more information. That's kind of, it's fraudulent. So I'm going to go here, and for, again, us working for an internet image, this will be fine. Bitmap, flatten the layers, all one of them, 72 is the resolution. I want to go here and I want to do a halftone screen, and then I'll hit OK to this. So now I get this image up, now this palette, and this allows me to knock this down. For dramatic dots, I got to go down rather low, so I'm going to go 11, high school number. Diamonds, I don't want that. I want to go with rounded, and I'll say OK to this. So if you zoom in on it, you can see that they're rounded. That's kind of a big vibration that's happening right there. So I'm going to undo this and go try it again, and let's see what I can get the second time around. Let's see about something better. Maybe 50% threshold. Let's see what that does for us. That's dramatic. Not what I'm looking for. Okay, undo, mode. bitmap. Okay. Going to halftone. Okay. Let's go to 20, see what that does for us. So you're getting these mores, and mores are when you see these visual optics that create these patterns that aren't really there, but it's like a screen door when you look at it, when you swing it open or something. You get like different types of patterns that show up. So when we zoom in, we're not getting that, but when we zoom away, you can see what happens. Undo. So I need to go and get bigger dots. That means I need to go and increase that or decrease that size on the frequency. Let's go to 7. That's kind of what I'm looking for. So now that I've got that, I'm going to go, because I want to add color now, and I'm going to convert gradually. Size ratio, I don't want to change it. Image, I'm going to go down here to, if I'm going to print for the internet, or not print for the internet, but feature something on the internet, RGB is the color to go with. And right down here, I'll add an additional layer on the top. And I'm going to make this a nice warm orange. And with this layer selected, Command delete or Control delete. And up here, I can go and multiply this. And so that gives us a nice 1950s era style graphic with a dot screen. And if you zoom away, you can see what goes on. Let's try another color. Put the eyeball out of this. Click here. Let's go with this nice green. Command delete. Multiply mode. It's kind of nice too. And that's how you go about doing dot screens in Photoshop. And you can color using an additional layer and a multiply mode applied.